And now Jonathan and Brooklyn are waiting patiently to get on with Hot Button. And I bet you can't guess the topic. It's really a hard one. It rhymes with Valentines Day.
Hello and welcome to another Hot Button. Now this week we're going to be talking about Valentine's Day. You know, the Hallmark holiday filled with hearts and candygrams plus so much more. Now I should admit that I'm probably not the best person to be speaking about Valentine's Day, mainly because I've never actually been in a relationship during the day. But Brooklyn, what about you? Because I know I'm a minority in this regard.
I've had some crazy experiences.
Oh, really?
I was spoiled for a few years because I had a long-term relationship. So Valentine's Day, I do love, but I think it makes people a little crazy. I remember my first boyfriend in high school really took the hype to his head, and we went to a casual movie date. It was my first date ever. And the next day, I woke up and there was this relationship request, and I guess he assumed that because it was Valentine's Day, that was the day to make the move. And so, I don't know, for that reason, I think it's a little bit of a Hallmark holiday. You should make every day Valentine's Day, not monetary-wise, but, you know, because you want to show your love.
That's true. I totally agree with that. I mean, that's the whole point of a relationship. But I guess it's nice that there's a day that reminds you to make that little extra effort for your other half. And you know, you can't really lose with love. That's what I say. But the question is, for me, and I think a lot of people think this, is do the expectations kind of overtake everything and ruin the day for everyone involved?
I think it comes down to the couple.
Okay.
Society has made it so a loved one feels like the day has to be a big fairy tale. And if it's not, then they feel like they're undesirable. And I don't know, I think it can be like the end of the world for some if they don't have a Valentine's Day, which is ridiculous. You know, it's cool to be single. It's fine to hang out with your friends and your family, you know? It's just a Hallmark holiday, and there shouldn't be pressure to be a Valentine's, to spend lots of money or to overcompensate because you don't feel like your relationship's quite there. I don't know, make every day special. I mean, at the same time, can you really say no to a Valentine's Day? It's all good. Yeah,
no, you can't say no to something nice on Valentine's Day, that's for sure. But nor should someone feel discouraged from doing something nice that day either.
No.
But you know, I think it should just be like a surprise like any other day.
Yeah.
And you know, expectations can kill reality if you let them get too big. Do you feel like it's a big issue?
I think it can be. I mean, think of Christmas. You know, Christmas is about spending the holidays with your loved ones and not about how much money you put underneath the tree, but it's kind of become that way, and it's the same for Valentine's Day. It should be just about taking extra time with your loved one, and now it's just about the Hallmark cards and the chocolate and the roses and the big adventure, and I don't know, I find it ridiculous. There shouldn't be a pressure to have a Valentine, and you know, I think it's society's excuse for feeling lonely, you know?
I feel lonely.
No.
I'm kidding. I can handle it. I can handle it. But despite my lack of relationship, you know, I still have really good Valentine's Day memories. I don't know about you, but I remember going to school and you get that big sheet of Valentine's Day cards and you'd write all the names of your classmates.
Barbie and Spider-Man.
You'd write all the names of your classmates on there, and then you'd like, you know, walk around class and like put them in the pouch. Those were good times.
Yeah,
you know, I remember
it was fun, and I remember
totally
buying all of them with my mom and making sure I had the class list and making sure that everybody got a Valentine's Day. And I would make, the big heart pouches at the end of the desk, and I'd feel really special every time I got one plopped in, and I would count at the end of the day to see how many I would get. And the hype was a lot different on Valentine's Day back then.
For sure, but definitely good memories. I love it. But I have one really big last question for you, because maybe in the future there'll be that one Valentine's Day where I do have a significant other, and so I'm going to need an idea. Based on the best experience you've had, you know, what was that? What do you suggest I do?
Okay, so a few years ago, my at-the-time boyfriend made me a really cute homemade dinner in his basement. He had the classic tablecloth with the centerpiece of roses and wine and my favorite dinner, and it probably didn't cost him much money, and that's totally fine because the money isn't everything, it's the thought that counts. And I had a really good time. I think small things like that go a long way.
Well, that's a relief because I'm not rich, and I actually kind of like the idea. I think that'd be something fun to put together, but I probably should work on my cooking skills first.
Probably, although no pressure, because I know that my honorary Valentine every year is my mother. So it can't really get more embarrassing than that. But I love you, Mom. But what do you guys think about Valentine's Day? I mean, is there really such a thing as a perfect day? Let us know on our Facebook or Twitter, and we'll see you on the next episode of Hot Button.